this country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman. That's why you gotta make your own moves.
Hey baby, so we back, man. Part 2, growing up. Ooh, what's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Sock, checking back in. Alright, baby, we going in. Part 2, man. From when I shifted from Garland to North Dallas, now that they put me out of school, I have to go to Lake Holland. So my mama go enroll me into Lake Holland. When I moved out there, it was basically me just going to school by myself. I catch the bus and come back to the apartment or come back to the apartments that we were living in. At the same time, my sister and my brother was still going to Jackson Middle School for a little bit, but we were just finna end. Because I got in trouble, I had to go to another school, but they getting ready to shift over and move where we at too. Eventually, we all get moved to North Dallas. You know, I got a personality, so I instantly started meeting people, making friends. Shit, you know, whatever environment I go to, I'm gonna learn how to mix, mingle, and survive, man. That's it, that's all. Sake gonna survive, baby. So, boom. Different environment, different kids, everything. So boom, I make some new friends, start hanging with some cats. In school, these same guys stay around my apartment complex, so we kind of either walk to school in the morning or walk back home, or we'll catch the school bus, you feel me? But either way it goes, so it'd be a group of us walking, man. You know how it is. Meet new kids, y'all. It's a group of y'all walking to school, walking back from school. The people I'm hanging with every day in North Dallas now, they on some other shit. They on some, hey, boom, you want to go skip school? Shit. So boom, we skip out and we go have the time of our life. When I say the time of our life as kids, you feel me? And boom, we shoot back to the school. Everything was smooth. No call, no parents, none of that shit. So I found out you can get away with a lot of more shit out here in North Dallas. So it eventually progressed, you know. That was just the small shit. School. R.I.P. to my stepfather. I mean, he just gave it to you straight lace. No motherfucking sugarcoating it, none of that. So boom, so, you know, my mama met him and we stand together in North Dallas. And he used to teach us how to drive at a young age. He started teaching us how to drive like around 12, 11. We were real young, getting behind the wheel, learning how to, you know, control it, this and that. Just trying to, you know, do the right thing. He just trying to show, my stepfather was, you know, was teaching us how to drive, me, my sister, and my brother, you know, at a young age. And I took advantage of that later on in life. So boom, once I started learning how to whip and control, drive at a young age, 12, 13, boom, the guys I'm hanging with just so happen, shit, they know how to drive too. But also a bonus, motherfucker, they know how to steal cars too. So the first time we all go hanging out and I discover, you're like, damn, bro, you driving this shit? You 12, 13, got your own car? What the fuck going on? He's like, yeah, woo, this is how we do it. So boom, I get in the car, I see the motherfucking dash and I see the ignition busted out. So that's how I ended up learning how to steal cars. You know, I asked, went down through there, asked him like, damn, how you do this shit? Woo, woo. He gave me the game. So the only thing about stealing cars, you got to put in work. And when you put in work to steal the car, it got to be in some wee hours or some hours, not in the daytime, or some hours to where people sleep. They're not going to come out there trying to get their car. That's how I ended up wanting my own car and shit like that. Wanting to be able to, shit, pull up and drive. So that was the worst thing I learned as a juvenile or as a kid, was how to get my own car. Shit, you couldn't tell me nothing then. Wherever I needed to be, I'ma be there because I got my own car now, and hell, and if I lose this car, I'll just go get another one. That was my mindset, my mentality now. Shit, I could just borrow a car, take it where I want to take it, and it don't even matter. Shit, if this motherfucker get hit, wreck, whatever. That was just a young mindset, you know? So once I learned the game, I started teaching the game to a bunch of people around me, you know, family members, brothers, stuff like that. And we all went down a different course because of that. So I got the game now. I'm motherfucking taking cars. I'm hitting licks. I'm doing whatever I want to do now because I can get a vehicle when I want to. That was the start of whatever you want, you can get it. You see it, you get it, you do it. So boom, this progressed, y'all. So over time, we're in these apartments. I'm not sure how long we're in these apartments, but a lot of shit transpires in these apartments. When I started stealing cars and getting in trouble as a juvenile. So I went to juvenile a few times for a UUMV, running from the laws, get out the car and just run, or taking off in the car. A bunch of little stuff which eventually led up to me hitting every single juvenile around the DFW airport. I went to Tarrant County, I went to Dallas County Juvenile, and I went to the Plano, Collin County Juvenile, you feel me? I think it's called Kimbo for Tarrant, it's called Henry Wade for Dallas, and it's called, I don't forgot, for Collin County, but I know they don't fuck around. They shut the freeway down, and they didn't give a damn that I was a kid, 15, 16 years old. A whole nother ball game. And so now me having these run-ins with the laws became normal, and me hitting the juvenile system or the Henry Wade or all these little juvenile, I'm just getting used to this shit. So it's nothing. Every time I pull up, it's like, boom, you already know what it is. Lay the law down, same shit, do your time, go home. And so as a juvenile with a bad temper, had that mindset, I want it my way or the highway, that type of shit, boom, every time I got back out, I would chill for a little bit, but then the day would come, it's time to party, time to hang out or something, and shit, I ain't got no ride, guess what I'm gonna do? Screwdriver shouted. That was the first thing I started doing, was getting a vehicle to get where I needed to go. Once I started getting a vehicle and I had access to go wherever the fuck I wanted to go, that opened up the door for all kinds of crime, and that opened up the door for all kinds of bullshit crime. So boom, now I got a car and different shit, you know, so I'm hitting different licks now. When I say hitting different licks at nighttime, it started with stealing cars and radios, little car stereos, little speakers, little shit like that. That's how I started. Never got jammed up breaking into a vehicle. Never got jammed up breaking into a vehicle, but I've got jammed up, pulled over at least 3 or 4 times that I've had a stolen car. I'm gonna tell y'all one story where I had just got out and I was with one of my best friends, and shit, that night was unbelievable. I got away, and I never heard any smoke from that, but if I would have got caught that night, I probably would have went to, that would have been my first time hitting big prison, because I had just got out of juvenile TYC. Thank God I got away. We'll talk about that story another day. So boom, as I get older, I progress. So breaking at nighttime into cars, shit like that, you know, stealing little shit, going flipping it at pawn shops, shit like that. And that was in North Dallas. So boom, after we leave North Dallas, we shoot to Desoto. Desoto, there was no kind of buses, no kind of way to get around. So, and one thing about the laws out there, they didn't play, period. And to this day, a lot of them still know me and my brother and another couple of other people, you know. When I get to Desoto, I'm still doing the same shit in a different environment, but these kids ain't on the same shit. I still remember like crazy stuff that I can admit to now, but I remember days where cars would come up missing, and hell, it'd be like right down the street. Just stupid minded shit, you know what I'm saying? Now that you think back when you're older, so boom, after, you know, shit, after the radios, after stealing cars and radios and all that shit, it just wasn't enough anymore. So I ended up progressing to breaking into houses. And that was a daytime thing, or you know, a different type of, and that was a whole nother level, breaking into somebody's house. You know, you gotta have some nuts to do that first. Now that I think about what I know, you know what I'm saying? Back then, I just didn't have a brain, because shit, now that I know what I know now, you breaking somebody's shit, it's fair game, period. That's it and that's all. Your life is over with, or it can be over with, and ain't nobody gonna care. Just another one bites the dust. You feel me? So listen, all kids right now, everybody, every kid out there, every adult out there, man, crime don't pay. I'm gonna say that straight up. Crime is not worth it. But if you are into the B&E game, breaking in people's houses and shit like that, do not, man. Do it. I advise not to do it. If you break into the wrong house, it could be your last day on earth. And it's not worth it, man, behind a TV or a laptop or some bullshit. You know what I mean? Straight up. And that's just coming from somebody who done it all. So like I said, I'm progressing now. Now I'm breaking into houses. At the same time, I'm still stealing cars. So everything's adding up. Anyways, I end up hitting the Juvenile a couple times out in Desoto, a couple runaways, stuff like that. But this is my life coming up into the trouble phase, you feel me? And like I said, it only progressed and progressed and got worse after that. So I'm still a teenager or a juvenile at the time in Desoto. So I don't remember. I end up going to Juvenile a couple times, and then boom, I get shot out to Plano because I got kicked out of DeSoto. And I'm still a kid, so that's how I ended up hitting Collin County Juvenile, y'all, when I went and stayed with my sister in Plano. So this is what happened. Some shit took place at the high school. Me and my brother went up there and basically shut that bitch down. I'm gonna call it what it is. And boom. So they kicked him out, they kicked me out, you know. Me, it was fair because I always was getting in trouble. My brother, that was his first time with a severe case or severe trouble like that, fighting like that, and they put both of us out. But my mama went up there, hey, she got him back in school. They said he got to go though. So I ended up leaving. My sister came out to DeSoto. My sister came out and we had a big old meeting like, okay, boom, we want you doing on, we don't want you, you know, going down the wrong track. I think, you know, it'd be better out. We think it'd be better off over in Plano, which, you know, I thought the same thing. Just the kids out there in DeSoto I didn't rock with. I mean, it was just some of the kids out there in DeSoto that were spoiled, didn't rock with. I had a bunch of fights, shit like that. So I'm like, okay, boom, change sceneries again. So I shift to Plano. But when I leave DeSoto, they had kicked me out, put me in alternative school. So now I got to start out here on a bad foot. So I go out here, go to alternative school, but everything was smooth. Making white friends, making black friends, making Mexican friends. And so boom, I go out here, it's diverse. I'm making all kinds of friends, but I'm at alternative school too. And so boom, I shake back from alternative school and I end up going back to regular school, and everything is smooth. I'm out here with my sister, we living good, we chilling, everything is smooth. Me, I just couldn't stop getting money on my own. So I started doing crazy stuff again, y'all, as far as hitting licks, man. And to this day, I still feel bad about something that I did to my sister's area. You know, one thing they say, you never shit at where you never shit at home. I mean, you never shit at where you never shit where you stay. Some shit like that. But long story short, man, I can admit it to this. I can admit it now. I ended up hitting one of my sister neighbors, like right next door type shit, and it was just crazy, y'all. To this day, I remember the scene in my head, but I remember I was so young, it didn't even matter, you know? It was just crazy. The only thing that mattered is if my sister knew I did it or not, and that's all that mattered. And if she didn't know, I had to make sure she didn't know shit, because she wasn't going to let me make it. But after I ended up getting out of prison and stuff like that, now I went ahead and told her it was me. Even though she always suspected it. So long story short, I ended up getting pulled over on Legacy and 75 one day. They closed the whole freeway down. I was in a stolen car. I had two friends with me. And scariest day of my life. Yeah, how they rolled me. So this is how it went. So boom, me and my homeboy, we all juveniles. I'm in a stolen car. I go pick up my homeboys, and they like, damn, what's up with, you got your car, this and that? And I'm like, yeah, kind of, sort of mine. I don't really let them know too much, but I let them know, shit, you know, it's not mine. So if anything happens, you know, shit, just say me, you know what I'm saying? That's how I always was. Just say we didn't know. It was just him, we didn't even know. And that's how I always made things overstood if things get hot. So we just riding. And boom, I hit 75. And I'm riding through Plano, and it's a cop. He is like on like 2 lanes to the back to the right, but he not even paying attention to me. So boom, I ended up signaling, I get over in the middle. Then he signaled, he get over in the middle. And I'm thinking he like 2 cars back, so I'm like, he ain't even fucking with me. He following, but you know, I'm keeping my eyes on him because I know I'm in a stolen car. And any kind of stolen place get ran, shit, you in trouble. So, long story short, this motherfucker had been ran my place. He was just waiting on backup to come catch up. So I'm thinking he just following us another 2-3 minutes. Next thing I know, I see like 2 or 3 officers coming up too, but they got the lights flashing, no siren. That's when he hit his siren, and I bullshit you not, y'all. We don't like, if you know what 75 is, it's a big interstate. It's like 4 or 5 lanes on the freeway. If I'm lying, I'm dying. My homeboys, everybody. I'm going to Houston this weekend. He gonna testify too. So they shut the freeway down. They got in the line. They got in the line. All 4 police vehicles got in the line behind me. So I'm the only vehicle. And they, as soon as I stopped, pulled over to stop, they shut the whole freeway. They stopped all 4 lanes and got out the car like it's the SWAT team. Like they wouldn't even come up and walk to the car. They was, driver, get out with your hands out. They, driver, stick your hands out driver's side window. Let me see your hands. Passenger, same thing. Scariest day of our life, man. Straight up. But they made us get out, turn around, walk backwards, walk to my voice, all that shit. And as a teenager or a juvenile, you scared to death. Because as soon as you get out, you see all these motherfucking ARs pointed at you. You see pistols pointed at you. You like, damn, one wrong move, it's over with. After that day, I ended up going to jail. And I don't remember what happened. But I know I ended up going to jail. Nah, shit, you know, every time you go to jail, you got to call who? Got to call mama, sister, somebody. So I think I had called my sister, or my sister was notified first, my sister Fabian, because I think my other sister was out of town, but she's the one who lives in Plano. And so, boom, they contacted my other sister since my other sister wasn't in town. And then I ended up going down to Collin County Juvenile. They ended up coming to give me some more shit. After that, I shifted back out to Desoto with mama them, you know what I mean? And shit went worse after that. Part 3 to be continued. Giving y'all a quick timeline of how you progress in life as far as with crime or anything, and it can go very bad. But with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in with another video with Si. Stay tuned for part 3 back in DeSoto, man. It's finna get real. Robberies, shit like that. So thank y'all. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to comment. It's your boy Si, checking out.